Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to this episode of Astros Baseball. On this episode, we're going to talk about the Astros' new relief pitcher. I don't want to call him the closer yet. And we're going to cover some other Astros things. So stick with us. It's going to be a great show. And by us, I mean Stadium Steffi. She's with me once again. Steph, what's up?
What's up, friend? How was your weekend? How's everything going?
Here's my weekend: football, 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 football. That's all I've been doing.
Hmm,
And church.
Very diverse. So
So we
proud.
ate pizza the other night, right? And then after church, our friend's like, "How about we go to Mod Pizza?" And I was like, "All right."
Never been there. How is it?
I like it. I think it's good. I
I've heard
call it
good
I call it
things.
Subway. It's like pizza for
I've
Subway.
heard,
It's
yeah,
Subway for
I've
pizza.
heard it's like like the pizza version of Subway.
Yeah,
Subway
that's what I
version of
was trying to say.
pizza.
So they
Yeah,
have a pizza.
yeah.
It's like $11, right? And it doesn't matter if you get cheese or 55 toppings. It's still $11.
What?
So it's kind of fun to like make. Well, give
That's
me
so
that cheese and
fun.
this cheese. Give me that meat. It's
Give me
it's.
87 different types of cheeses if you can. I want
I got
all the cheeses.
I got so much cheese one time. It was like a cheese pizza. It was so much cheese.
It was a cheese pizza with like toppings on the side ish.
What about you? What have you been up to?
What did I do? Oh my gosh, went to dinner on Friday night, which was lovely. I went to
Mhm.
El Tiempo. Oh, had girl dinner. It was great. Then went to Astros Fan Fest yesterday morning and then streamed. I recently started doing some video game streaming, and my motto is, "Hey, if you're here for the gameplay, you came to the wrong stream. We're here for the vibes only because the gameplay is not great, but we're here to have a fun time, you know?"
Well,
So
I
do
did
that.
not know you went to Fan Fest, and that's one
Yeah.
of the topics, so that works out great.
Yeah, it was great, yeah, so went to FanFest, did that, video game streaming, and then today just relaxed and did some stuff at home, cleaned house, the huge
The
Sunday things.
huge, the huge. All right, so here's the first one. I did not expect the Astros to do anything. The Astros had like 675,000 more dollars to spend until they go over the threshold, and they didn't just go over it. They went over it big time because they lost Hector Neris, then they lost Kendall Graveman. They had to do
Yeah.
something, and so they got Josh Hader.
Man, did they do something, like, insane. I think, regardless of losing Neris, obviously huge blow, losing Graveman, also a big blow, but when you get a guy like Hader, who first of all was in your farm system back in the day,
Yeah.
like, getting Hader back was huge. Like, the minute I saw that information come across my happy little phone screen, I got so hyped. I was like, finally, the Astros make a big move, make something that feels like this makes, first of all, sense for the team because obviously you can never have a good enough bullpen. But then also for you to get a guy like Josh Hader, who's obviously very proven and he's done his time at this point, but a guy that started in in your farm system. This is one of your own guys that you're getting back,
Yeah.
which would have been great to keep him from the get-go, but at the same time, life
Well,
happens, things happen. You make decisions, they're not always great ones, you know?
let me break down the travels of Josh Hader,
Oh, man.
even though I'm not talking about when he went to the Padres. So
Oh,
he was originally drafted by the Orioles.
mhm.
And then when the Astros were having a fire sale, getting rid of anybody that was good, they
Yep.
traded LJ Hose and Bud Norris, who was our best pitcher at the time, for Josh Hader. So they
Mhm.
made the trade for him. And then, and then, I don't know if this trade worked out for us or not. I kind of lean towards that it didn't. But the Astros traded Hader and three other players, but I didn't recognize any of them as successful MLB players, to Milwaukee for Carlos Gomez. What the heck is that guy doing? And Mike the Rat Fires. We traded this guy to Milwaukee for Mike Fires and Carlos Gomez. Carlos Gomez was a huge disappointment, and I feel bad for him because he
Oh,
had such a great personality. And then
he did, he did.
Mike Fires, everybody hates him because he's the rat. and nobody agrees with me, and I've said it on here 20 times, he was important in 2017.
He
He
was.
pitched a lot of games when we had a lot of injuries. He didn't get invited on the playoff roster because he wasn't good enough, but he was there. He was there, and he pitched in, and he was a little bit important.
I mean, low-key, I almost wonder if that, like, has anything to do with why he was so salty about 2017 is because he did play such a big part of the 2017 season. Whenever every single pitcher that we had went down, Mike Fiers was there and he held it down, honestly. Like, had he not been there to get those wins, to get guys out, like, who would have known if we would have even been in the postseason? You
Yeah.
know? And I think that that's a huge thing that people forget, which I will never be happy with what he did. Um, I question why he did it, you know? Like, there's obviously a lot of other teams that had their own situations, but, you know, at the same time, it is what it is. They did what they did. They won the World Series,
Yeah.
and they
I
still
had
have
the
their
guy
ring.
I had the guy that
Yeah.
broke that story on the podcast,
Evan Drellich.
Evan Drellich, and he said he went to him and said, "Hey, look, we're getting this story out no matter what. If you want to put your name on it or not,
Mhm.
it doesn't matter." And he's like, "All right, go
Yeah.
ahead then." So that's kind of how they got him to do it. But
Crazy.
yeah, I
But
mean,
yeah, no. So, I mean, I'm not mad about that part of it, but Carlos Gomez, oh man, what I mean, again, like you said, it's one of those guys that you really thought was gonna be a huge presence. He had some veteran leadership, but then he just didn't pan out. And the one thing I associate with Carlos Gomez every time I think of his name, I think of the night with the Colin McHugh, like, "What
yeah,
the F?"
yep.
gif. Like, that's
What
all I
the
can think
f
about.
is what's he doing?
What the F is he doing? Like, he
What the ball
literally
hit him in the
overran the
head?
ball.
Like,
Like, the ball like, he overran the ball. It was, like, 10 feet behind him. I don't even know what, like, I think of that all the time. It's so sad, but at the same time, you know what? Josh Hader is back. The Astros got their guy back, which is so exciting, and
and they've been doing a
he's
lot
oh,
without him.
man.
So
They
now we
have,
got
yeah. We had a really good bullpen already, and to add Josh Hader is a huge deal for this team. So I think only good things, man. Only good things.
So I had read this that they actually talked to Ryan Presley before they signed him, and he was like, "It's the right thing to do." And the story went on to
Yeah,
say that Presley he just wants to win, and
100%. I hope so.
Espada said he's not ready to name the closer. They said he's the type of manager that he wants these guys to have a role. So he's going
Yeah,
to sign somebody's going to be the closer. It's not going to be anything by committee. So I don't know. I think Ryan Presley's been the closer for a while, but this guy's a stud. This guy's a big
he's
time
so
stud.
good, man. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, like when you have people that are fighting for the spot of closer, that's huge. That
Yeah.
is so huge. That just goes to show how good your bullpen is, how good your relief pitching is. Like,
Because
it's
Abreu
awesome.
could do it too.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, to think that you have Abreu, Hader, and Presley all at the end of the last 3
All
innings,
the
like,
pitcher has to do is
insane.
get to the 7th,
Insane.
pitch 6 innings, and the game's over. That's when I saw somebody
Yeah,
tweet out.
6.
So 5
Uh,
years,
honestly,
95,000,000, that's a lot of
you could
money.
you could pitch 5, and then you still have one of what? A few guys that could hopefully hold it down,
Yeah,
which they're all pretty good. So,
yeah,
I
you
mean,
just
we
gotta
would
get
love to pitch him to the 7th, but even if
Oh,
you pitch to
yeah,
the 5th, 6th, you know?
yeah. So this dude has 15 strikeouts per 9 innings. This guy
Crazy.
goes in and mows them down.
Nuts.
I saw something on his Wikipedia. Check this out. This is amazing. I think almost every
I'm
MLB player Every MLB player that you look up him on Wikipedia, Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
That's a new one. Wikipedia. If you look any of these up, they probably have some amazing stat that they did.
Of course,
This guy
always.
was
Every
10 and
time.
0, 10 and 0 with a 0.30 ERA with 125 strikeouts as a senior in high school. 125 strikeouts. Those guys play like 20 games. 10 and 0. That's like 12 strikeouts a game.
Insane.
Insane in the membrane. So I
Insane
also
in the
read
brain.
that the negotiation between the Astros and Josh Hader, 72 hours.
Not shocked.
72 hours. So we got Brian Abreu, Josh Hader, Ryan Presley, 7, 8, 9. And that, my friends, is all I have on the topic of Josh Hader. Did you have anything else you want to add?
No, nothing else.
All right. Did you see
Exciting.
this? They announced the
I
Astros Hall of Fame 2024.
love it.
Ken Caminetti,
Oh, my heart.
the late Ken Caminetti,
Oh,
and Renee Cardenas, the longtime Spanish
oh.
broadcaster. That's the two that got in this year.
First of all, did you see the story about how apparently Biggio was the one that delivered the news to the Caminetti family?
I saw something about Biggio, but
Oh,
I was
my heart.
cramming for the show, so I was just skimming. I was a skimmer today.
No, you're good, you're good. No, so apparently Craig Biggio was the one who got to announce to the Caminetti family that he had made the Astros Hall of Fame at Caminetti's daughter's wedding.
Wow.
Oh, my heart was so
Wow.
happy because also too, you think about the bonds that you make as an athlete, as a MLB player, as a guy on a team, and, like, for Biggio to still have this bond with the Caminetti family, to be there at, like, his daughter's wedding, so many years later, just
Wow.
goes to show how beautiful that bond of baseball is, that bond of brotherhood, and it just it made my heart so happy. I
Oh,
love a good feel-good story, and that made my heart feel really happy.
that is a feel-good story.
It was
I
so
saw something
nice.
about it, but I didn't dive into it. Let me know if you saw this. Omar Lopez is the new bench coach for the Astros. This
I
is
love it.
this is the guy that was the first base coach. If you don't know who he is, folks, he was the manager for Venezuela in the World Baseball Classic. This is a future manager in Major League Baseball, and that it kind of shows because that's the first step. You go to bench coach, you're on your way.
Exactly, and I think the fact that he's come up through the Astros system, he was the manager of the Hooks a few years back. So, yeah,
Right.
big deal that obviously he's someone who's come up through the Astros system, who's really been a guy who's had a presence with the Astros for a decent amount of time. So, I'm very excited for Omar. He's awesome. He's gonna do great things, and I can't wait to see what he does after. Obviously, can't wait to see what he does what he does as bench coach, but
Well,
even after that, it's gonna be amazing, and I can't wait to see it.
well, if Espada is successful, it probably will not be here. We will not get to see that.
Probably.
All right. So somebody went to FanFest.
Who went to
Did you
FanFest?
know how many people went to FanFest?
How many people went to FanFest? Tell me. I would love to know.
Do you have any idea?
No clue. I didn't even check.
33,000.
I love that. Oh my gosh. So I went early in the day. I basically got there at like 11:30. My friend and I were downtown by like 10:30 and we said, "Let's go get coffee because we're not trying to wait in this line." Because there were lines outside of FanFest at like God, I don't even know, like probably almost like 10 a.m. And it was
Dang.
still an hour before the event. So we were like, we're not trying to the biggest thing I wanted to do, I love the sales at the team store. And so I said, I want to go to get the sales. I want to get some t-shirts, some jerseys, like whatever. So I did go, got there probably like 11:15ish, went straight to the store, got myself tons of $5 t-shirts. I paid
$5
120.
t-shirt.
Yes, it was awesome. So I bought a hoodie from last year's postseason. That was $40. I bought a jersey that was Space City. That was Michael Brantley. That was $40. And then
Wow.
two Yuli Gurriel jerseys, $10 a piece.
You could have you should
$10.
have called me.
It was crazy. It was crazy. And then I got a couple t-shirts, a couple rally towels and stuff, all for 120 bucks. And it easily could have been at least $500 to $600 for all the stuff I bought. Easy.
You guys
Because
missed
those
out.
those jerseys are $100 a piece. So yeah, it was awesome. And then they did have the garage sale, which they were selling a ton of different cool authentic items. I actually have a friend, my friend King Beard. He's on TikTok. He does all those things. He got Lance McCullers. I want to say it was from 2017. And so he got him Lance McCullers, like, huge, like, poster from, like, one of the signage things, and he got Lance to sign it. And I was
Wow.
like, "Dude, that is priceless." Like, how crazy? But yeah, so really cool stuff. So yeah, they had the garage sale, they had the actual team store sale, and then they had
Wow.
tons of different events, which is so fun. I mean, FanFest is such a fun time. I wasn't there to like I wasn't trying to get on the field and like do batting practice or anything like that. So for me, like it was mostly just let's see what kind of money I can save. But at
Yeah.
the same time, like for people with kids who with people who have like family, it's just I mean, it's such a fun time. Like FanFest is awesome, and if you can make it out there, it's a blast. You should definitely do it.
Well, I live too far away. So you were
Fair
talking
point.
about liquidating and, them having sales.
Yes.
Do you
Yes,
do
yes,
you
yes.
do you know who, like, that guy named Vince Bobble? The one that sells all
I've
the bo
heard of him,
I don't know
yes.
if he, like, gives a bunch of tickets away and then people give him the giveaways, but the guy just has tons and tons
Oh,
of the
people do that
bobbleheads
all
and
the time.
what
100%.
but he was liquidating stuff. World Series because usually he sells them
No
for 30,
way.
$15 World Series rings, and I think it was
Wow.
$18 bobbleheads, but
It's not
I'm not
bad.
paying for none of that stuff. I did buy a Martin Maldonado 2022 World Series ring from him. I
I
had to have
respect
that.
it. I respect it.
I had to
Gotta
have
do what
that.
you gotta do sometimes, you know?
So I was gonna do this at another time, but let me tell you this now.
Mhm. Please, please do.
I read a story.
Mhm.
The Oakland A's, there's so it was a big story. The
Mhm,
Oakland
mhm.
A's have 0, not 1 or 2, 0 giveaways. No bobbleheads, no anything.
This upcoming season?
Yeah, nothing. They're not giving away anything. And then it says their,
Are you
lease runs
serious?
out, like, in 2025, and their Reno Aces is their AAA team, and they just built a new stadium, and the A's are gonna play there, and the Aces gotta stay in their old stadium for 3 years. So the A's are gonna play in a minor league stadium for 3 years, is what I read.
That is so insane to me.
No giveaway.
How? With no giveaways? Like, that's nuts. Especially too when you have so many fans who are so passionate about that team, like,
And they
God,
play
I
the
mean,
drums all day.
I sit there and I think about, like, if the Astros in 2013, when the Astros were not great, when there wasn't 40,000 fans at every single game, like, back then, like, you still had fans who care about this team,
Yeah,
who wanna be there at games. Like, yeah, maybe it's not a lot of people, but at the same time, like, to devalue, like, your fans and to say, like, "Hey, you're not important enough for us to do something for you when you're gonna be here,"
yeah, it's horrible.
especially in their last season in that ballpark, in the Coliseum, Ring Central Arena, whatever the fuck you wanna call it. Sorry. Whatever the heck you wanna call it. I got so
Well,
passionate, I'm so
you
sorry.
are passionate, that's okay.
Like, whatever the heck you wanna call it, like, for it to be their last season there and them for not like, for them to not do something for the people that care, the people that
Yeah,
wanna be there, that's insane to me, like,
it
how do
is.
you just discount your fans like that? That's awful, I hate that so much.
I have a couple of giveaways from back in 2013. I
Mhm,
have a gnome, and I also have I don't know what year I got this one, but it's before they had, like, the see-through windows,
mhm.
and I got an Evan Gaddis gnome. I
Yes,
don't
I
know what
have
else.
one of those too.
Yeah, but I don't do any, they're just in boxes, so I don't even care about giveaways, but it's cool to get them, right? No matter
It
what you
is.
do with them. Like,
Exactly.
the last ones I got are these, and they're still on my desk. The Heart Hands Jeremy Pena.
Oh, I love that. We love Hard Hands, Jeremy.
I just have 2 of them.
I
So
love
anyway, that's nuts.
insane.
It's insane in the membrane.
Makes my heart
Way to
hurt, but
go,
that's
Oakland
fine.
A's. You got potty mouth going over here.
Sorry, y'all have me heated.
Stadium potty mouth Steffi.
I know, I'm so sorry.
It's alright.
We're gonna have to put in
It's our show.
explicit content.
It's an
We're gonna
adult
have
it's an
I know,
adult
I was
show.
gonna say we're gonna have to put explicit content on this one
We're gonna
because I
have
dropped an
to.
F-bomb, like,
You
one time.
did.
That's
You
on
sure
me.
did.
I'm sorry, guys. This
I
is
don't
the
think
real me, and I'm so sorry.
I said that all the time. This isn't the real me. It's not.
Honestly, same,
I drop
same.
F-bombs every other word's an F-bomb, but,
Oh, I felt that in my soul.
all right, what do you think about
Anyway,
this, Steph? Booyah!
it's the
Pitchers and
best
catchers
Valentine's
report
Day ever.
February 14th,
I can't wait.
Valentine's Day.
I'm so excited. I can't wait. I Spring training is like one of my favorite things on the entire planet. Honestly, if we want to go live from spring training, like you let me know because I'll be there for a week. So it is actually something my family and I do every single year is to go to spring training. So I cannot wait. Like spring training is a whole other season for us. It's like our family vacation. I'm so excited. It's like baseball season is back and I can't wait. I'm just
So
gonna
I
cry.
I
It's
have
fine.
2 things to say about the lineup. He was on there
Yeah.
last year, but 2 people that I personally know, Luke Berryhill, he
Uh-huh.
was there he got invited to the major league
I
camp
love
last year,
that.
but
Let's go, Luke.
but he's gonna be there this year also. But another
Yay.
person, my friend Angie's son, Rhett Koba. I
Love
saw his name
that.
on there and I messaged her. I go, "Did you see
Crazy.
this?" She goes, "What? Where'd you see that at?" Crazy.
Oh,
The guy
that's
was in Corpus last year.
awesome. I love that.
The guy's a
Tell
stud.
Luke, if he sees someone with a mini mic that's not staff, it's me. So come answer questions for me.
Oh, he will. He's a nice fellow.
I'll be like, Luke, I
Luke,
know Rob.
hey, Luke.
Luke,
I'm
please.
Steffi Fontenot. Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
It's just drop the last name for funsies. You know, gotta
Yeah.
do what you gotta do sometimes, man.
Like, so let me tell you this. So February 14th
Mhm,
is
mhm.
Valentine's Day. I
Best.
my
Yeah.
boss is gonna let me off early. I got a reservation at a fancy
Oh,
place,
I love
but that
that.
Saturday is my birthday.
Oh, no way.
And so Saturday, s-
Uh-huh.
we got reservations to that restaurant on the Tower of Americas, the one that turns around in a circle. That's where I'm going on my birthday.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be so fun.
I'm looking
Oh,
forward
I
to it.
love that. I've been there before, like, one time.
I just went to
That's
look. I did like the
crazy.
4D movie, and then I went upstairs just to look, but I've never eaten there. It looks pretty fancy.
Oh, that's so exciting. I love you're gonna have to report oh my god.
Report back.
Report back with all of the detail. I said, "You gotta report back." Like, what the heck is my words today? I don't
My
even know.
boss was like,
Struggle's real.
"Huh."
That's gonna be
I was
amazing,
like,
though.
"What?" I read the reviews. They're all good, at least the last month or so, but it's more for the
Nice.
experience. Who's ever
Oh,
I've been
100%.
you know how
Who
long I've
gets to
lived here
see
and I've never
that's
done this? It's
crazy.
gonna be
How
fun.
long have you lived there?
Oh, forever.
So long.
I moved up from Oklahoma when I was 18,
Oh, wow.
and
Okay.
I will be 53 on February 17th.
Oh my gosh.
That's how long I've been
On the plus side, you don't look like you could be a day over 30.
here. Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
I don't feel like it. So there you
You're like,
go. And
not the vibes.
so my wife, we were gonna travel in July and
Uh-huh.
we didn't. We were gonna travel in December and we didn't.
Oh,
And she's
dang.
like, "Let's go travel somewhere on your birthday." And that's what you know what I said? "If you wanna travel, let's go to spring training.
Yeah,
Take a couple
absolutely.
days off and go."
Oh,
But
spring training.
I used
Honestly,
almost every one of my PTO days to do football games.
that's awesome.
I have, like, 9 Fridays off when football starts.
That's crazy.
That's my
But you
passion.
I mean, if
I
you I was
love it.
gonna say, it feels like you love doing football though, which is so cool to see. Because 'Cause I've seen, like, the snippets that you put up on, like,
I love it,
I think it's what, X and TikTok and stuff. It's
I
so
guess.
cool.
Yeah, I love it.
You just look like you're having a great time, and, like, to be passionate about something is so awesome.
I
Which,
do.
speaking of passion, if we wanna do an episode where it's just tips and tricks of me telling people what to do at spring training, let your girl know, cause I have done it for I think this is my maybe 6th or 7th year?
We should do it.
Yeah, let me know. I would love to tell people what they should do because I want them to get autographs.
Wow. And you can make videos showing them.
I'm gonna. I
You
can't
can
wait.
make
And honestly,
videos
last year
showing them. We can put it
oh
on
gosh.
the you know how you have shorts?
Yes.
On the,
Be so
YouTube page.
fun.
You could just make
Also,
a little
too, I will
short.
say, last year was the first year that I went on all in on doing autographs because I worked in the sport, it felt
Your
weird, like,
purse.
asking it yes, my purse!
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I felt weird, like, asking people for autographs for a long time, but last year I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna go all in." I also have a friend who he worked for the Rangers. We hate them, but we like him because he's a good person, but he worked for the
Mhm.
Rangers for a number of times, and at one point, like, there was a day where he was venting to me about how people ask for autographs, and it's something that has stuck with me forever. So anyway, we'll chat about it soon. We can do
Ooh,
a whole episode, or I can do tips and tricks, like, on a few episodes. We'll make it happen.
I'm down with that. We
It'll
can
be a
put a
fun
feeler
time for
out there.
sure.
So
Hey.
let's do this one. You may not know what I mean. Did you see this?
I know exactly what you
You
mean.
do,
Anthony
right?
Rendon? Oh
So
my
Anthony
god.
Rendon
What
said
a clown.
we need to make okay, here's what he said. We gotta shorten the season. It has too many games. And somebody shared this. I guess how you share it, you comment your own
Mhm.
comment. He hasn't played more than 58
Mhm.
games since joining the Angels in 1 year.
That's what I was
The
gonna
guy
say.
misses over
Like,
100 games a year.
literally, just because you can't stay healthy, the majority of the people on the rosters stay healthy and are fine.
So that's why you're
Because
hurt, sir, because
yeah,
there's too many
like,
games?
just because you, like, don't know how to take care of yourself is not a reason for the rest of the team to suffer.
This
Like,
should
that's
be
so
somebody
silly.
this should be someone that plays
So silly.
162 games
It
and
should,
is
yeah.
worn out. Dude, 162 games, I'm totally fried, I'm totally worn
The
out.
fact
That's who
he's from
should stay it.
Houston makes me mad.
Is he?
Yeah,
Oh,
Anthony
yeah,
Rendon?
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Did he go to
bro.
Rice?
I don't think he did. He went somewhere else. I can't remember where. I
Oh.
don't think it was Rice, though.
I remember
All I
when
know
we
is he
played
was
the
from
Nationals in the
Houston.
World Series that they were talking about he was from Houston.
Yeah, they talked about him so much. It was crazy.
Well, I
But
don't
yeah,
think the season needs to be shorter, so
I don't think so either. I'm like, "Hey, like, man, just maybe condition better, maybe?"
is next year when
Sounds like
the,
a or also maybe don't fight fans in the stands. Wasn't he the one that fought a fan?
I don't know.
I'm 95% sure it was Anthony Rendon because I remember being like, "He's from Houston, like, how dare he?" You know? Like, I was upset. Let's find out. I'm
I'll
literally
look it
gonna
up.
Google
Anthony Rendon fights fan.
fighting with fan. Yeah, he fought with a fan in the stands, like,
In Oakland.
the fan was, like, sitting there yeah, but he was with the Angels at the time, and he like, I guess the fan was, like, talking crap to him and was, like, behind the dugout, like, chirping at him the whole time, and he was like, "Well, come over here and, like, do something," and the fan, I guess, went over to where he said, and he literally, like, grabbed the fan it was insane, like, yeah.
Dang. He
So,
didn't try to
maybe
I know it wasn't a fight over the, giveaways because they don't do that.
definitely not because they don't do giveaways, um,
See, for
but
me as an Astros fan, knowing that I
what?
think this coming up season is the last season there, right?
Where?
That they're gonna play in Oakland.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
It like, that could be a
Yeah,
destination, like, let me go
it
watch.
could be it's gonna be a lot of people that wanna go watch a game in the Coliseum for the last time, and, like, fans are gonna get nothing for it, like, that kinda sucks, like, you want something to remember it, but,
Yeah.
maybe they're gonna try and sell stuff at the team store is what I'm thinking is, like, maybe that's how they're gonna try and make their money, but still, it's, like, for
I
the
think it would
fans
be
that are
cool
at
to ha
home.
I think it would be cool to have just a random
Yeah.
bobblehead from the different stadiums you went.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I went to Yankee Stadium, I mean, not the Orioles, but the Giants,
Mhm.
Red Sox,
Yeah.
the Rangers, and they didn't have a giveaway when I went.
See, I've had giveaways at a few different stadiums when I've gone. So I have a T-shirt from the White Sox. Uh, I actually have from Oakland, like rally towel, but it was, I think, the 40th anniversary of, like, some team that won something, I can't remember. But anyway, but I have a rally towel from the A's. I have a captain bobblehead from this past year from the Rangers. I have a bunch of different random giveaways from a lot of teams. So, I've been lucky enough to accidentally go on decent giveaway days which has been cool. Actually, I had a Black Panther bobblehead from the White Sox, but then I gave it to my mom.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a story about the White Sox too, but I can't remember.
Who
But
knows?
anyway, do you have any final thoughts? Because we'd like to thank all you guys for watching on YouTube or watching to the live feeds here. And then later on, when you're listening, do you know what the number one listening platform is for this podcast?
What platform?
Do you know what I mean? Like Apple, Spotify.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm
Do you
curious
know
what
what the number one
platform.
is? iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio? Oh,
Yeah,
shout out iHeartRadio.
I
Let's
know.
go.
iHeart,
Hey.
number one platform for listening to this. I don't know
That's
how.
awesome. We love it.
It used to always be Apple. Now it's iHeart. I don't know
That's
why.
amazing.
So all you iHeart people, so you'll be listening to this on iHeart, Apple Podcasts, and the rest just very few, but you listen on your phone a lot. You probably listen in your car. So we're leaving it here around
Okay.
30 minutes. So that should give you time to get to work. And I appreciate you guys tuning in tonight to this episode of Astros Baseball.
Thanks, y'all. Bye.
Bye.